5 years ago, my wife and I, well, we're not married, but we have been a couple for 25 years. I don't know what to call it in English. Married without marriage. Well, that's not the point. The point is, 5 years ago, she and I, we had home caring business, a successful business, small but successful. We made a nice profit every month and so on, and then the pandemic hit the world. So even Sweden, where I live. And for many years I have had a hobby, a passion of mine, and it's the stock market. So when the pandemic hit and the stock market crashed, because it really did in the spring of 2020, then I told my wife, who I'm not married with, we have to invest in the stock market with everything we got. And she looked at me, terrified, of course. But I assured her that that's what's the right thing to do. So we did. We took every penny, or krona, as we say here in Sweden, that we had, and invested in the stock market. And then we borrowed some money as well, and invested that money in the stock market as well. We have to do it now, I said to my wife. Now it's the time. When no one else is buying, then we have to buy. And as I said, we had our business, which was going fine. So it was okay to risk that money in the stock market that we had, I mean. We had a stable financial situation thanks to our business. So it felt okay, I thought. And we invested, as I said. And a few months later, the stock market went up. Up, up, up. And our stocks made us not rich, but almost rich. And then 1 year later, the stock market had increased even more. And we had about $400,000-$500,000. And at the same time, my wife and I, the one that I'm not married with, we decided that we have to quit our business. And the reason was very simple. We were working about, let's say, 80 to 100 hours a week. And we are not young anymore. Not now, not then. So we thought we have to do this. Otherwise we will work ourselves to death. That's not good. So we quit our business. And then I thought, well, my wife started working as an employee. She didn't want to be, she didn't want to have a business of her own. She wanted to be an employee with regular hours at work and so on. And I thought, what shall I do? Well, I have some money because of the stock market. I try to keep on living on the money I earned in the stock market. That was a dream of mine since long ago, that I will be able to do that someday. So why not? I try it. And I thought, this is great. And it felt great for about 1 year. Then I started to feel this is not that great. And I started to wonder, why the hell is this not great? I have a perfect life, perfect family, and a wife, which I'm not married with, and 2 amazing children, and 2 adult children who has left the building. Everything is great, and I'm not working, I'm just investing in the stock market. Everything is great on the paper, but I didn't feel great inside here. I started to feel empty. And I thought it was very frustrating. This is everything that I was hoping to achieve in my life, and I had it. And I started to feel a little bit depressed. And I was almost angry. I mean, what shall I do? Everything is great. And I thought about that a lot. It didn't help. No, it got worse. I was feeling more and more depressed. And now it started to feel bad. And 1 year later, in the spring of 2023, I was really depressed. I mean, really depressed. I was so depressed that I was thinking about ending my own life. I was in a black hole. Everything just hurt. Or how to put it. If you have ever been depressed, you know what I'm talking about. It's terrible. It's the worst thing. It kills everything. It kills every emotion, everything. You just want to get out. And get out is to die. I was feeling envy at the people who has already died. That's how bad it was. And one day, I said to my wife, I can't do this anymore. I have to have some help. And I talked to her and I really broke down. It was terrible. But in that moment, something happened. Just in that moment. And before I start to talk about what happened, I have to talk about YouTube. I started YouTube in the spring of 2021, at the same time when I decided to quit the business. Just as a fun thing to do. Talk about the stock market and my investments. I thought of it like, well, it's nice. It's nice to talk to the camera. I can do that. And if anyone will listen, that's okay. I didn't see YouTube, starting a YouTube channel as a big thing at all. Just like a small little hobby. And I continue doing that. And in December 2022, about 20 months later, after I started the channel, I got monetized. And that's, it didn't bring that much money. It was like a coffee money, I usually say. explain it. But it was something. It was something. It was. I started to feel: is this a hobby or is it a business? Or how should I think about this? And at the same time, I was getting more and more depressed. So that day, it was in May or June of 2023. I didn't know what to do with my YouTube channel. I was feeling just depressed. I wanted to quit everything, my own life even. It was really terrible. But in that moment, when I sat with my wife and talked to her, something happened. Now I'm back to that moment. Something really happened. It was like pushing a reset button or something. Something happened inside of me. When I realized that I needed some help with my depression, as soon as I really said that out loud, so I heard it myself, then some light came into my life, and suddenly I was feeling better in that moment. And I was very surprised why I'm feeling better. I need some help. And I helped myself with just realizing that I really need help. That was what I needed to do. So in that moment, I went from feeling I want to end my own life to YouTube is a fantastic thing. And that happened at the same time. And suddenly I realized YouTube is not just a fun little hobby. YouTube is something else. YouTube is the meaning of my life. It was almost like I'm not religious, but it was like a religious experience. I just changed my whole view of my life. And that made me realize that what I am doing with YouTube, it's not for me. It's for you, the viewer. If I can sit and talk about things, not just the stock market, whatever thing, life in general, for example, depressions, for example. If I can sit and talk about that, and the viewer get helped of watching me talking about that, that's a fantastic thing. It's a marvelous thing. It's great. Suddenly I realized my life isn't about me. My life is about doing something for someone else. Who is someone else? That's you. And I just felt, in a few weeks after that moment when I was so depressed, at the lowest point, just a few weeks or maybe just a few days after that, I was feeling so much better. And I started a new YouTube channel because of that. And on that channel, I don't talk about the stock market. I talk about life, depressions, how to think about life. And that channel was I mean, I started that channel just because of that I saw the light when I came out of the depression. I cured myself from the depression in a way that I mean, it's almost like a religious experience, as I said. I really changed my view of life, and I realized that YouTube is my thing. I mean, I'm an introvert. I don't like meeting a lot of people. I like spending time for myself. But with YouTube, I have no problem sitting here talking to the camera. I have no script, not anything. I just sit on my chair and start recording. That's it. One take. And I love doing that. And when I realized, I mean, I had comments on my channel before that saying that I really like your channel and so on. A lot of things. And I thought, yeah, that's nice. But I didn't really understand then. But thanks to the depression, I started to understand. I can help someone else by making YouTube videos. I can help someone to get a better life. And what can be more meaningful than that? And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I realized that. But in a weird kind of way, I had to be depressed to really realize that. Because if I didn't get that depression, I don't think I have realized that. So I have to thank the depression, because it made me realize what YouTube is for me, and it's the meaning of my life. Well, beside my family, of course, but except for my family, the meaning of my life is making YouTube videos. Because, of course, I'm not helping everyone who is watching my videos. Of course not. But if only one person gets help from my videos, that's, I can't describe what I'm feeling about that. It's fantastic. It's more than fantastic for me. I really, really love that feeling. And it gives my life a real meaning. And when I realized that, I started to feel so much better. So when I met the doctor, I was already out of depression. I met the doctor, well, a couple of months later. I had to wait some time. But then it was over, really. I can look back on it now and I realized the depression was gone. I have cured myself with YouTube. So YouTube changed my life overnight or over day. In a moment it changed my life. And after that, I started to feel happy. I went from depressed to happy. And I started to feel happy in a way that I have never felt before in my whole life. And I still do, 2 years later. Now it's 2025. And I have never been this happy as I have been the last 2 years. And it's all thanks to the depression and YouTube. Without the depression, without YouTube, I'm not sure I would be alive today. And if I would, I wouldn't be happy. And I wouldn't be helping anyone either. Now I make YouTube videos in 4 different channels. 3 in Swedish and this one, in English. And maybe I can help you feeling better in some way. Just a chance that someone who is watching this video can get something out of it that makes that person feeling better. That's wonderful. So I will keep doing this. I will keep doing YouTube as long as I can. If I make money on it or not, I don't care really. It's not about the money. It's about helping other people. And helping by sharing my own experiences and knowledge about life in general. And so I do. And I love it. It's the best thing, except from my family, as I said, that I've ever done in my whole life. So YouTube really changed my life. And it changed it like that. I had started YouTube 2 years ago, but before that, but I didn't realize what YouTube meant, because my mind was somewhere else. And when I sort of crashed in the depression's lowest point, then my mind changed, and I realized that YouTube is the meaning of my life. And I'm so happy about that. I mean, I can't express how happy I am to have found the thing that make me happy. As I said, I have all my life been searching for something that would really make me happy, and before that I didn't find it. And 2 years ago I found it. And my life now is the greatest life I've ever had. So I will keep on doing YouTube as long as I can. I really love it. I really love the feeling of maybe helping someone on the other side of the camera. Well, thanks for watching this video. If you want to, maybe we'll see each other again someday. Bye for now.